All right. Live on the different social media, it appears, and happy to start playing pinball in the grown-up adjacent pinball studio slash basement slash games room and hang out in the chat. Hope some of you have a positive day ahead of you. If you're new to the stream, if you're just stumbling in, coming across it in a vertical platform or whatever, consider that follow or sub button. I live stream this whole thing every day pretty much, and playing modern pinball, different game each day. Lots of stuff happening like that. If you regularly watch the VODs on Twitch, come hang out live in the chat. It's fun. All the cool kids are doing it. Also, today I am live streaming the horizontal version of the stream to places like the Face Place and X, just to give those viewers a bit of a taste of what we do on the horizontal stream. Usually for those platforms, I like to do vertical since a lot of people watch it on their phones. But so today we're playing King Kong, Busted Chops. Welcome to the stream, my friend. I'm sure a number of you who live in, I'm sure a number of you that live in America have a food hangover today and some leftovers to look forward to. Pinballs and Dustin Echoes, welcome to the stream also. So this is one last day with Kong for a while, Pinballs. Matt. So I streamed it yesterday, streaming today, and then it's going to cycle through the rest of the games. But we streamed last night on this one, so it wasn't clickbait at all. Nobody knows. Space Junk, Pinballs, Dustin, Busted Chops, welcome to the stream. You're the first people here. What about those Black Friday sales, am I right? I feel like this afternoon I might talk exclusively about the Black Friday sales. I don't want to do it right now. I want to play some pinball. We wake up, we want to play pinball, see pinball, talk about pinball. But yeah, Black Friday sales. I'm Kineticist you know what actually last year cost my wallet? Kineticist, the TWIP This Week in Pinball page, they have a list of all the pinball Black Friday stuff. And maybe near the end of the stream I'll hop over onto there and take a look with you guys, but well, for a second, Dustin, I messaged Dustin Echoes this morning at 7 a.m. my time, and then I'm like, oh shit, maybe I want to wake him up. I don't know what everyone's schedule is. I mean, I needed to ask an expert about a possible investment in pinball, but I messaged a few of you today, this morning. But anyways, it is, I believe, Friday. Is it? Who has a food hangover? Who's eating a turkey sandwich for the next 3 days? Pinball's asked, is it difficult to set up portrait mode? I don't know. Difficult is a sliding scale. The technical difficulty to run two types of stream at the same time consistently has its challenges. So yeah, I use Streamlabs to do it, and 90% of the time it works. 10% of the time it ruins my life for 2 to 6 days. So I did have a great experience with Streamlabs support yesterday. So they are in my good books. I'm happy with them right now, but yeah, results vary. Sometimes I look over and I'm like, I just like cringe if I see dropped frames. But anyways, it is Friday. It is hopefully the beginning of the weekend for a lot of you. I know that I have some stuff to look forward to this weekend. My daughter plays lacrosse, and her lacrosse game was an hour and a half away, and it's been rescheduled to be 5 minutes away. So that is a big win. So these sports my daughter or any kids play, you have to arrive at least an hour early, play the game, let's say for an hour and a half. Takes them half an hour to get out of there, and an hour and a half on either end. It's like an 8-hour ordeal. So, I mean, I kind of signed up for it, but it can be annoying sometimes to like waste a whole Saturday to go play like an hour worth of ringette or lacrosse, whatever it is. But anyways, I hope your turkey, ham, or goose, or whatever you guys enjoyed yesterday in the continental America was enjoyable. Shout out to Nitro Pinball. I've already had my morning emails to Nitro Pinball, seeing what Nitro Pinball has that I might need. Nitro is where I buy all my pinball stuff. They happen to be an hour away from me, which is very advantageous. But they are also one of like the OG distributors that carries a lot of stock. So if you're ever not finding what you're looking for at maybe your normal late night pinball drug dealer, consider Nitro Pinball. Anyways, there's my commercial. Yeah, Tom says something very special. It says, some of their best memories are with my dad at baseball and hockey. I have kids too, so I get it. You're currently a soccer dad, takes up a ton of time. You know what's funny is when sports end, like my daughter's sports are like in between lacrosse or ringette season, or she plays field lacrosse or box lacrosse, that transition period, like we don't know what to do. We're like, what do we do today? It's Saturday. Normally some days she'll have like power skating, ringette, 2 hours of dance, and then a field lacrosse game. So I don't know. Like I said, we signed up for it. But
aboard her trusty vessel, the Wanderer, Miss Darrow embarks on the adventure of a lifetime. Her destination, the shadowy and mysterious Terror Island.
Yeah, so she loves the leaderboard. The leaderboard, Jess, has really worked for her. So she came down yesterday and looked at the leaderboard. I'm like, well, you haven't played. Nothing's changed. I'm like, well, my scores have gotten better, but yours haven't. And to be fair, my scores didn't get better, but anyways. Happy Friday. The format today is I'm actually going to try to like focus on getting my score up. Yesterday I had some like pretty weak games, but fundamentally the things I forget to do in this game, if there's nothing interesting to do, hit the spider pit. Don't forget to start the modes. And to get to the new video mode, you just have to start the other modes. You don't even need to finish them. So I don't know, I'll be trying that.
Spell King Kong to battle T-Rex.
But yeah, if you're into pinball consumerness, Flippin' Out has some sales today. Kineticist shows a list of all the Pinball Black Friday sales. So check out Kineticist's listing.
And you're looking at the guy who's gonna get her out. Proceed carefully.
Ah, crap. That was right at the end of the ball save. I know, Jess. She should be playing pinball in between. Yeah, she's so goofy. Like, if she has a friend over, like, they don't want to play pinball. I think she's like... I know, I mean, let's be honest. Like, our games room is a little bit over the top. I think she's... I don't think she likes to have to explain that, like, her dad has, like, an active pinball addiction problem.
Banana combo. Barrington. Careful. Don't move.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. First couple balls, we're on ball 3 at 12 million. My goodness. Sometimes.
Shoot the lit target for double score. Watch out for traps.
So I wanted to ask some of the people in the chat what their thoughts are on Medieval Madness Merlin Edition.
Lost Temple is lit.
Like, if a Merlin Edition came available, is it something that, like, you guys would invest in?
Pinballs is our newest follower. Welcome to the show, Pinball.
All right. Shout out to Pinballs. Welcome in, Matt. I think we played the Turner Pinball Merlin's Arcade at the yellow trimmed one. Medieval Madness Merlin Edition was like the limited edition remake from Chicago Gaming Company. Yeah, it is the blue trimmed edition. It's basically like a Medieval Madness kind of royal edition, but it's just with blue trim. I don't know. There's one's come up. I can't picture it. The one thing for me to set up the streaming rig on it would not be easy because I would have to have a camera on the LCD. I don't think it would look as good on stream. I played it. It's fun as hell, but like when I was looking at it for the price, yeah. And Dustin Echo's like, we were chatting about this early today because I trust Dustin Echo's investment advice in pinball because he's made some great buys and great choices for his collection. I don't know. I'm going to think about it. I got kind of semi-authorization to buy it from the wife, but it would be, unnecessary at this point. But it's kind of hard. So looking at the different Black Friday sales right now, like, yeah, Pinball, Matt Pinball. If you're not a follower of Pinball, when he's able to chat, you have a 10-minute chat delay when you're a new follower. I thought you were following before. I don't know what could have happened. Anyways.
Blade_Mo is our newest follower. Welcome to the show, Blade_Mo.
Thank you for the 2 new followers this morning. I really appreciate it on the Grown Up Adjacent channel. But yeah, Space Junk 3000, I'll think about that today. One came available and an allotment came available, so to speak. But when I was thinking about it too, I'm like, Russ, I think you kind of hit the nail on the head. Russ said, you used to think you wanted a Medieval Menace, but you're off that now. You think I'll get bored because I do kind of own my niche to kind of be that modern pinball and cycling through new titles, keeping it fresh. I think Medieval Menace would be fun to own. But maybe I heard next year they were going to do another limited run. Maybe that would be good timing to just get a deposit in and wait out the delivery time, because right now I look and I'm like, there's some like pros I would even want. Like I would kind of like to have X-Men, maybe Stranger Things again. I don't know. So when you could get both of those for the price of the other one. But they won't hold their value, but still. Busted Chops and Russ, I appreciate those. You kind of support the way my mind is thinking too on that. I don't like to have hot takes too often, but I was listening to some podcasts, and is it just me, or do you notice that some of the podcasts that have specific sponsorship, like heavily lean on the games that those places are selling? I won't call anyone out, but there was a couple that I was listening to yesterday, and it seemed like the same thing, that they were just like heavily leaning into kind of like promoting the games sold by their sponsor. That was different. Maybe they get a commission or something. I don't know. Thank you so much for the tip, the bits there, Pinballs. Again, shout out to Pinballs. If you don't follow, right click on him and check out his channel.
The year is 1933, and aboard her trusty vessel, the Wanderer, archaeology's leading lady, the fearless and formidable Anne Darrow embarks on the adventure of a lifetime. The shadowy and mysterious Terror Island, hidden deep within the uncharted waters of the South Pacific. The
Busted
island
Chops,
has a
you may be
reputation,
right.
and not for its hospitality.
You may be
Kong,
right.
Myth of Terror Island, brought to you by Stern Pinball.
Super skill shot. Spell King Kong to battle T-Rex. Watch out.
Oh, sweet. It gave me a ball save. Thank you.
cryptolit cipher! This must unlock the treasure. Watch out!
I swear it feels like sometimes my upper flipper is not like
What is this
as
place?
strong as it should be in this game.
Careful! Don't move! Banana combo! Praying hands! Call letter collected! I.
Why spiders? I hate spiders. Hit the spider pit. Spider jackpot!
Jackpot is lit! Look what I
Sneaky, sneaky.
That did it.
shoot the treasure target!
One thing I remember though, like the first pinball machine I went to buy was Looney Tunes. I watched the Flippin' Out kind of live stream, and they seem to really like the game. And I mean, they're a little bit biased. It was a loaner copy, but it looked like a ton of fun. And like at the time, people were talking, they were excited about the game at least. But now I feel like Looney Tunes doesn't get a lot of praise, and it has some technical issues. Like some of the ramps at the back look like a wall, like almost like there's no way the ball will get up it. But welcome to the stream, Matt.
Hey, you got skill.
Kong letter collected. Kong letter collected. G.
That's what a lot of people say, that Texas Chainsaw Massacre is like more fun, even though it's the same. So is it the rules, the refinement of the rules? Who knows, right?
Escape the swamp. Wow. Everything on this island is larger than life. Just like me. All one, lock. Looks like we gotta fight our way out. Banana combo! Baron Gad. Octopus insect multi-ball. Hey! Keep your tentacles off my gear! Jackpot is lit. Shoot the spider pit!
No.
Foul beasts. Focus on that serpent! We're not leaving until I get the perfect shot of this monster! Foul beasts. 5, 4, octopus double jackpot! 1, time's up! Okay, man, steal yourself! Kong letter collected. Oh!
Watch out!
There we go.
Deadeye!
All right, let's go.
Plunge the ball!
Small
marks the
plunges
spot.
first. Oh, come on. Shiznit. This is the worst dead I've ever had. Fuck. Oh my god, I might as well.
10, 9, 8. That's a good shot. 4, good shot. 2, 1. Ding ding! Deadeye jackpot is lit.
Shit. That's probably my worst Deadeye. So Jay Biscuity, I almost let the ball drain, which I do half the time. Shaky, shaky. Oh! The spider never does that. I know a lot of people slap or like do this to the plunger. So in my wrist, I had surgery. So this is kind of like an area that I don't like to do stuff to. So I usually choose to do like the flick method or, you know. Well, that's the one thing too I really like about playing the Pro. The Pro model, the magnet is much more active. The ball, like, it'll grab the ball and throw it around, but with this one, because the spider's like arms, legs are down, it never really throws it far, I find. But the Pro, it seems like it's way more active, the spider magnet.
Treasure hunt. Follow the gold arrows.
Not what I meant to do. Oh, come on. Frustrating.
Well, that's a wrap. Game over.
I wonder if anybody ever would remove the spider or like trim the legs so it's more active. That might be fun to try. It would be easy to just unbolt it for a day. On a Pro model I was playing, I once had the spider. It was so strong, the magnet, it flung it right up into the top right. And anyways,
guard her trusted partner, the ever-intrepid Jack Driscoll. But this is no pleasure cruise. The two adventurers set foot on these uncharted shores, rumored to be the...
Lost Temple is lit.
Backhanding that shot for me is like works 1 in 3 times, frankly.
Stegosaurus encounter. Use the gas bomb. Shoot the lit cipher. Take cover. Watch out. Hey, look at that! Spell King Kong to battle T-Rex. Watch out!
Timing was dog shit.
Get a move on time's ticking. Watch out! 5. Double scoring! 2, 1. Careful, don't move! Calm letter collected. Time added! Every minute we waste fighting that thing, we're losing valuable footage and dollars, folks! Banana combo. Cavendish.
Doesn't Cavendish make those yummy oven French fries?
Don't worry, my mom told me that spiders are more afraid of us than we are of them. Jackpot is lit. You found the secret passage. Spider double jackpot.
So close. One more piece.
Kong letter collected.
Ah! Man, Robot Adjacent, I feel like, is concerningly like accurate sometimes. Fuck.
Shoot the lit target. Proceed carefully.
Yeah, and you know what? Like with robot adjacent, like it comes up with the answers like instantly. How? How?
I don't like the looks of this place.
Sloppy jalopy.
Skill shot. Sweet combo.
Blood sport, obviously. Oh my god. I like how you're like, robot adjacent, what is your favorite movie? Bloodsport! Bloodsport! So, my best friend growing up, and okay, I'm gonna tell a short story. My best friend growing up, he was 5 years older than me. How do I explain it? I mean, he had a mild form of Tourette's and a few OCD conditions, but this guy, you know, I didn't know that until we were much older. But the reason he was so like excited about the movie Bloodsport and the movie Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, hanging out with him, we probably watched those two movies. I'm no exaggeration, like 50 to 100 times. Bloodsport was like his favorite movie because he was into martial arts and collecting like weapons and stuff. And anyways, Bloodsport, he could like almost recite the entire movie, and he would while we were watching it, whether I liked it or not. But yeah, anyways. This guy was 5 years older than me. The first time he came over to hang out, we lived in a somewhat rural area that's now all populated. And my dad had arranged with his dad to hang out. And I look down our driveway and I see this guy walking like he's such a character. He's walking like this. He's got a pellet gun on one shoulder, like a compound bow on the other shoulder, and he's carrying a slingshot. I'm like, oh, we're gonna be friends. I can't, like, he was, and like, honestly, that day was so memorable. Watching him walk, like he was like Mel Gibson in like that Scottish movie, and he had that same personality for 40 years, like. Yeah, it was, and like we became best friends. We were best friends, and so like in elementary school, my best friend didn't even go to my school. He was older, and like, but anyways, but he was the only child, so he didn't get everything he wanted, but he had he had the PlayStation, the Nintendo, the Atari, a good computer. He was a musical artist, so he played. Anyways, how did I get on this story? Oh yeah, Bloodsport. Anyways, he was obsessed with Bloodsport. That and Van Damme, like, cause he was German, and you know. So, anyways, I don't think Van Damme's German. I think he was like Belgian or something. Anyways.
Careful, don't. Banana combo! Goldfinger.
Yeah, and Busted Chops, like, when this guy got to my house, we lived in a forest rural area, so like we had a long driveway that was all gravel. So like having a gravel driveway and a slingshot, like you've got fun for days. And
That's a wrap.
I remember that first day. I don't know how I didn't meet this guy earlier. His name was also Aaron. He passed away very recently, and but anyways, he really goofy guy, super goofy guy. But for me, you know, he was a little bit different. But you know what? When we were together, we were like, you know, we brought out the goofiest part of each other. And anyways, story time, right? But yeah, I knew he was a little bit different when one time we were having a sleepover, and like he was able to recite the movie Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, like word for word in character. Like he was a savant of sorts, and like I'm not one to put labels. Like I'm not a doctor or a scientist, but you know what I mean. Like he was able to talk through the movie, like even Morgan Freeman's part. Such a unique dude. So, anyways. And yeah, so he was one of the dudes because he was 5 years older than me, so he could drive a lot sooner. So he was one of the dudes. We went to a lot of arcades as kids, some of the further away ones, because he got his car 5 years before me, so we drove to arcades and stuff. Anyways, but yeah, it just like he was able to without pausing recite the movie. And like I remember one like we were having a sleepover and we were like camping under the pool table. I remember this very vividly. And I fell asleep. I wake up, he's still reciting the movie. And I'm not poking fun or making fun of my late friend, but I'm just saying it was like incredible. So from that experience growing up, like some people would form opinions that were negative about, you know, someone that was, you know, a little different in this world. For me, I always thought it was like a superpower. So when someone was like, oh no, that person has, you know, they're on, this was before the spectrum, but this friend of mine, he had OCD and Tourette's and a little bit of probably autism, but I'm not sure. I don't remember him saying that to me, but it was a superpower with this guy. Like he was a musical genius. He could like do voices. It was very incredible. And anyways, rest in peace to that friend. He was a cool part of my life, and until a certain point. But for me, it always meant like I always had that opinion after having a friend like that in my life. I'm like, oh well, if people have, you know, if they're on an autism spectrum disorder or even attention deficit disorder, like I personally don't see those things as disorders. I call them in order. They're a superpower. And I truly believe, especially like well-controlled attention deficit disorder, like I consider it a superpower. So it's not a disorder. It's a superpower, in my opinion. Johnny Button knows why I would say that too.
His famed archaeologist Anne Darrow, and by her side, the rugged and resourceful Jack Driscoll. Together, the adventurers set foot on the notorious Terror Island. They escaped with the mighty King Kong, the spectacle we are about to behold tonight. King Kong Myth of Terror Island, brought to you by Stern Pinball.
Absolutely, Dustin Echoes. Me too. Me too.
Super skill shot. Spell King Kong to battle T-Rex.
Spiders? You go first.
One thing I get about pinball is that backhand shots should be challenging, but sometimes it's really frustrating. Like, I want to backhand that shot every time.
Don't move!
Yeah, pinballs, Matt. I think that I think Stern does a good job with their original stories. I think this particular one could use more music in the different modes.
Flying dinosaurs.
And I also think that there should be more call-outs. It's just my thing. And maybe they'll come with time, with updates, but that's just one thing I think that with, I mean, King Kong's a good example. This is one that I do believe King Kong would have sold more if they got the video assets, and I'll show you why I think that. My Stream Deck is not currently like working. So on the topper I have, it just cycles through video assets. This is the Electric Playground topper. I think that if they did it like Godzilla and had some like well-timed movie scenes and well-timed maybe one or two licensed songs that were like clever, I really think that Godzilla would have sold and been seen as a better game. I am honest about that. King Kong. King Kong would have sold, in my opinion, tons more if they just paid for the assets. So, and that might be an unpopular opinion also, but and again, I'm not a person that really buys a pinball machine specifically because of the theme. For sure, that's not me. But I do believe they probably could have sold more or moved more if it had even just a set. Like, yeah, Dustin Echo said, like, there's too many assets to choose from, but like, you know, even Godzilla, they managed to pick some that they were able to make fun and quirky. Like how they'll take a scene and like recut it so like Godzilla's kind of dancing. Replay, replay. Like those things are super fun about Godzilla. And they picked like some licensed music that was probably cheap and they made it like really well timed. So that's just I mean, maybe that's not unpopular opinion too, but because it's a shame. This is my King. I get them mixed up in my conversation, but again, this is a basement operation, folks. I think the shots and layout of this game and the features are incredible. I love what happens here with the magnet spider, how it activates, interacts. I love how the river tempers the speed of the ball perfectly, so it like calibrates the speed of the ball. I love the leap of faith. I love the cave. It's perfectly challenging to get into. The gong mech is awesome, even though it looks simple. It's quite complicated, like a multi-stage switch. The train dumping, everything that's done with the ramps. And like the chef's kiss in this game, in my opinion, is the biplane ramp. I love it. I love a long, loopy ramp, even the plastic old ramps in older games. The one thing that probably is the most expensive mech is King Kong dancing. That does nothing for me, but still, it's cool. So I don't know why, like people are saying that this game kind of had a soft reception. Yeah, you know, Pinballs, I respect your perspective, and you know, you're a player, and absolutely. You know, we're all allowed to have opinions. I think this is Elwyn's best shooter, but I have a ton of fun playing Godzilla. Of Elwyn's later titles, recent titles, Jaws is my favorite because of theme integration, the music, the sound, the score, but it's not my favorite shooter. In fact, I don't enjoy how it shoots, but it's fun as hell. So I know, yeah.
Super skill shot.
There we go. See what I mean?
Shoot the biplane ramp.
And the log diverter, and I forgot to mention the stand-up the drop targets. How you can pick them off like a little piano. I love that. So
Photography is not your forte, Jack.
Shoot the lit target.
We need to decode the cipher.
Shoot the lit target for double scoring. Double scoring.
should have trusted the post. Man, could you imagine if the biplane shot had a spinner in front of it? Oh my god. I want to put one there. I want to wire one in. It's possible, right? Well, I gotta take 1 second. I'll be right back. Sorry, just 1 second. Oof. So I'm trying to get in a habit of starting the stream a little bit earlier today. From now on, work is insanely busy leading up to Christmas. We have a food safety audit right before our Christmas break. So most of my days, I'm probably going to try to start before 8 a.m. my time and kind of be done by about 9:45. So just so you guys are aware, and I won't be doing too many 3-hour streams on my morning shift. But I'm also a couple other things.
Kong letter collected.
I'm going to be setting up to do some live streaming from my retro gamer setup now that my room is adjusted and cleaned up. I don't know how interesting that's going to be for pinball people, but it'll be kind of another time slot. I might try to do some streaming there. It wouldn't take away from the pinballness, I don't think, but
Octopus insect multi-ball. Is that an octopus?
oh shit, I'm gonna take it to the cave. Erg. Boom, boom, boom.
And that's all she wrote. Good night.
Pinballs, thanks for coming to hang out. Come and hang out anytime, Matt. Love to have you in the stream. Shout out to Pinballs. If you're not a follower, right click on Pinballs. Another pinball streamer. Really nice human being in person. Good pinball player. Also, Pinballs, I believe, has a Winchester on order. But cheers to the bowls.
Here's famed archaeologist Ann Darrow, and by by her side, the rugged and resourceful Jack Driscoll. Together, the adventurers set foot on the notorious Terror Island, hidden deep within the uncharted waters of the South Pacific. The island has a reputation, and not for its...
Mega secret skill shot! Spell King Kong to battle T-Rex.
My one thing I was telling myself, this game I'm gonna have more ball control, but so far it's not that way. Oh, missed it. Should have prepped the multi-ball, but whatever. I know, right? I have too much fun just playing pinball.
Cross
Like
the
just
chasm.
a little bit reactive.
It's gonna drop us. Hold on, hold.
Shit. Well, can only go up from here, kids.
Sweet combo. Biplane attack. Shoot the biplane round. We need to decode this cipher. Sweep combo! Banana combo! Goldfinger!
I wouldn't be surprised if King Kong gets an update today or tomorrow. I feel like it's overdue. They're kind of like launching an update for their last 5 machines almost every day, it seems like.
Skill shot! Kong letter collected. I. Looks like we gotta fight our way out. Octopus insect multi-ball. Hey, keep your tentacles off my gear. Kong letter collected.
I missed the biplane there.
Oh, it's dark in here.
All two locked.
Team Bolly. Send one up the biplane ramp.
Double scoring! Get the jackpot!
Super jackpot, yes.
Shoot the biplane. Double super jackpot. Kong multi-ball collected. Kong multi-ball collected. Level 2. Two Kong letter collected. It's dark in here! Shoot the lit target for double scoring.
Double scoring.
Oh, there we go. Extra bo 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 bo.
Extra ball! Well done! No, I'm not scared. Let's follow this map. Follow the gold arrows. Replay! Yeah! Lost Temple is lit. Kong letter collected. Oh. Shoot the lit target.
Oh, crap. All right, let's go. Oh, no, not there. I want to bounce back.
Careful, don't move.
I blew it. Deadeye.
Deadeye. Plunge the ball.
Great shot.
River is lit for jackpot.
10, 9,
Deadeye jackpot.
2, 1.
Time's up! Deadeye Jackpot is lit!
All right, that should be a good one. That's probably 40 million.
Is it upside down?
That's not a bad Deadeye. That makes up for the horrible ones earlier. Ah, yeah.
It's the Rapids!
Hey, see the
Thank
waiver?
you, Miss
Shoot
Jets.
it. Giant spider multi-ball.
Why spiders? I hate spiders. Hit the spider pit. Get the jackpot.
Double jackpot!
Shit. I was looking at the clock. I'm gonna have to sprint out of here today. Boom, boom. Oh damn! Robot adjacent makes it personal.
Skill shot.
I know, right?
Stegosaurus encounter! Use the gas bomb! He's gonna charge!
Crap. That's new. The ball is stuck under the gong. I haven't had that happen.
Double scored! Look out! Island jackpot!
Sometimes I think the magnet holds it longer than it's supposed to. Oh! Oh, that's awesome, Tom. And that was on location too? That's awesome. Yeah, I agree. I know Insider Connected has the data. It should share it. Before it used to share all your badges and stuff, and I feel like it doesn't anymore.
Sweet combo! We gotta find a way out. Shoot the lit target!
There must be other pieces.
At least I'm having a
to this
half decent game before I have to sprint out of
All
it.
letter collected. N.
I have a second to spare.
Save Ann. We gotta distract Kong. Ring the gong. Hey, over here, you dirty ape! Get the extra ball. Shoot the lit target for double scoring. We gotta find a way out.
Well, at least they finished on a not dog shit score, but I know. Usually, like, I also over Dragon, I also usually over fixate on extra balls. Like, I can have a mode going and I'm just sitting there staring at the extra
Should've
ball,
left him
not
on the
hitting
island.
it, not getting it. I have to run because I've got 1 minute to get my clothes on and get out the door to a meeting. But it was fun. A bit of a shorter stream today because I've got a bit of a busy morning. But look forward to seeing anyone come and join. If you're not a follower or a subscriber, click those follow or subscribe buttons before I disappear. And now we're gonna try give some support to this other smaller streamer. Why not? But yeah, I'll see you guys later today if you want to watch another stream. Also check out, I'm going to do some arcade stuff. Like on I have a multicade with every retro game on it. I like streaming shooter games. I did that a couple times before, like old shooter games. But also, we're going to talk later a bit about these Black Friday deals too. So check in later. Again, if you're not a follower or subscriber, consider that button. Check out Facebook if you want to know when I'm going live. But yeah, have a good day, have fun. But yeah, you guys are awesome. I love you all. Have a good day. And thank you again for the support and the hangout. It's always fun most of the time. I'm just kidding.